Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. The Bengals have battled back and made it to 500. And now they'll try to move past that mark today. It's the Steelers going up against the Bengals.
Larry, we are in the place the folks here call the jungle. And that's Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati. The enthusiasm of this Cincinnati crowd in full effect a moment ago as their Bengals took the field to the delight of this sold-out crowd. And they're all set as they'll match up with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now the rookie from Oklahoma, it's Joe Mixon. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
Again, it's Mixon. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
If you're the coaching staff upstairs, you might want to file that play away. Did you see how fast the safety closed on that one? Coming up in run support, made a big-time tackle. You might want to try and check into a pass next time.
Yeah, got him for a loss. Really, really great play defensively. So Dalton now. And it's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. He's coming off a 3-interception performance last week, so certainly not how he wanted to start here.
Not at all, but this is where a quarterback gets tested. This is when we find out what he has underneath that jersey, because he had a bad game last week. Can he shake off a bad start to this one and start to perform at the level he expects?
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give him the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And Boswell's kick is good. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. So after the pick, they can't capitalize for 6, but they do get 3.
And I know in this situation, most of us wanted to focus on the offense. You know what side of the ball I played on. Let's give that defense a lot of credit, taking it over in a sudden change situation and shutting them down.
The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Design run for their wideout. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. That 2nd down run a big help as 7 yards leaves them with just a 3rd and 3 now. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Dalton bootlegs out. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Sean Davis with a pick. it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. He's got his tight end. That's James. Touchdown, Steelers. Jesse James, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. And this one through the uprights and good. Boswell on now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
4 yards remaining now on 2nd down. And they're definitely showing blitz here. And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know, defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one.
It's 2nd down. Dalton looking. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
3rd down from the gun. Dalton. And that's complete to LaFell. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A Bengal 1st down. Dalton hitting LaFell. Dalton with a give here to Mixon. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 10 yards there on a Bengal 1st.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the 1st quarter, and a lot of teams would just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Second down, Dalton. And complete into the arms of LaFell. And he's going to be out of bounds down near the 35-yard line. It's a Bengal 1st down, a pickup of 11.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? They'll run here with Mixon, and he'll be taken down at the 34. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. And Dalton to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. 3rd down, a shot here for Dalton. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And they do get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 1st and goal at the 3-yard line now. They'll run here with Bernard. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
It is definitely hard to find space near the goal line. You always want to have a guy in the game running it who can create his own.
Ooh, long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. They come out here in the eye. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1.
And that's the problem with putting a bigger personnel package in. A lot of times it makes it hard to find space. And now you're looking at 3rd and goal.
Now 3rd down and goal from the 1. Now Mixon. And he's going to go backward. They get him behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Now, this feels like old-school football because this has turned into a good old-fashioned goal line stand. So on offense, what do you do now? Do you decide to run it or throw it if you go for it on 4th down?
They'll try to pass on 4th down. Dalton. And that is going to be incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Steeler D will celebrate the goal line stand. Now Roethlisberger back into his end zone. Complete to Bryant. A big play there on the catch and run. 46 yards.
A lot of receivers see the drag route as a risk-reward type of a play. The risk, going into the middle of the field where there's some big people who want to hit you. But the reward is oftentimes you get lost in coverage, running a little bit underneath. And when you catch it just right, as we just saw there, the end result can be a big, big play.
Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And he's brought down. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a 1st down.
I know everyone wants that prototypical wide receiver, you know, the 6'3", 200-plus pound guy, like a Julio Jones and A.J. Green and Dez Bryant. Antonio Brown just shatters that, doesn't he? Smaller in stature, but still able to use his quickness, his elusiveness, and his strength.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Carlos Dunlap in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year. Now Roethlisberger to throw on 2nd down. It's complete to Brown, right side. Flashed the stick skills on that run, but then stopped shy of the 35. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. Now big hit, and he lost the football. It's loose, and the Bengals grab it through an opening, and there he goes. The 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. So a good kick there, and they wrap up the drive by putting 3 on the board.
And you know, let's face it, you're not always going to come away with 6. Defense in the NFL are just too good. But you've got to come away with something. And there, they get 3.
The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position where we were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence, not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. Throwing on 2nd down. He finds Ross right side. It's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized. Executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
Too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Now Brown. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. It's Connor as they stay on the ground. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Calling a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
On 2nd down, Roethlisberger. Man open left side is Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Give him 30 yards there. A good grab there by the former Central Michigan man, Antonio Brown.
And he ate up some real estate on the catch, too, didn't he? I think the most impressive part of it, though, if there's a chance for him to get the football, even though he was covered well, he somehow finds a way to get it.
They go play action here on 1st down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Carlos Dunlap in there to drop him. Great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. On 2nd down, here's Roethlisberger. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Adam Jones. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
This is such a good read defensively. They know that this offense is going to try to get the ball to their playmaker in space. So what do? They crowd him and send bodies at him. And this one winds up being intercepted.
Their D gets the INT. Now what can Dalton do? And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's second down. So 2nd and 10 here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
On 3rd down, Dalton. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off. It's the Pro Bowl corner, Joe Hayden, with it. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. 3rd down, passing down. They throw the extra defensive back in there for a nickel package, and it worked out.
And it's not anything that you would think is just great strategy. It's just that when you have 5 defensive backs on the field and an obvious passing down, it's a lot tougher to complete a pass. And on that play, they completed it just to the wrong team, and it cost them 6 points.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. They'll start here with a give to Mixon. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a Bengal 1st down, a pickup of 11.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Over the middle, that's caught by Ross. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Two minutes remain here in the 1st half. We'll come back to Cincinnati after this. Dalton on the draw to Mixon. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Andy Dalton. Throw left side, complete to Ross. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead. Great corner out there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
To return, it's Cam Sutton. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And now out come the Steelers. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Over the middle, complete. It's James. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. The rookie from Kansas State, Jordan Willis. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. He's going deep for Brown. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. And the next snap coming inside the red zone here. Now Roethlisberger on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. On after the sack, he's still down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. So Roethlisberger, we've seen this before, unfortunately. He'll depart, and they will hand things over to their backup quarterback. Here's Connor. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Second and 10. Dalton once more. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. It's the rookie from Tennessee, Cameron Sutton. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. William Jackson with a pick and a big turnover. There as his guys will get the football back. A first throw for the backup Griffin. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. Maybe a free play here for Griffin. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So we've got a 2nd and 5. To throw is RG3. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. From the gun, it's Griffin. He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is caught inside the 15. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Well, certainly they haven't had the ideal first half, but there's some momentum for them to take into halftime.
Yeah, and it might not be that wild momentum, that you see sometimes where they score late and teams go sprinting off and the whole deal. No, it might not be that, but it does give them a better feeling about themselves and what they can accomplish in the second half.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Eli Rogers, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
Second and 10 now. It's Roethlisberger. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Rodgers. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another 1st down. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. He'll find the rookie, Juju Smith-Schuster. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Roethlisberger will hand to Connor. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
Connor. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It'll be a loss of 1, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there because this has been a pretty long drive, and normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let them down a little bit.
Yeah, allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff them for a loss. And the back goes into motion. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Now it's Roethlisberger. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Geno Atkins in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. And Boswell's kick is good. And that will swell the lead to 16. So 3 field goals for him here, and this last one helps him stretch out the lead.
And he's been solid as usual. And this is what you need to do. Make sure you get points out of every possession. And so far, they've done a nice job of that.
Returning it, John Ross. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Now Griffin on second down. And a right side completion here by LaFell. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. First down. Nixon. And an alley to run. 20. And they do finally get him. But he makes it all the way to the 6. A big play there for the Bengals. 44 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run it here with Bernard. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
How about the defense not hanging their heads from the previous play where they were beat for a big run, came back on the very next down, and made a play defensively that was to their credit.
Second and goal. Defense digging in again here. And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line. 7 big yards on the carry there to get him within range of the goal line with 3rd down upcoming. Here's a run with Mixon. And he pulls his way into the end zone for a Bengal touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer. So they're going to go for 2. From the shotgun, Griffin. Now look out, Griffin hit, and he lost the football. It's loose. And it looks like Steeler football. It is. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded at the 6. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Second down following the run. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And Bryant's got it over the middle. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Martavis Bryant with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Boswell on now to kick this one away. Now Ross to return. And he's going to be run over hit hard as he'll be marked down at the 29. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time, fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really...
And the Steelers pressured too much here. He's going down. T.J. Watt in there to get him, and that's sack number 18 for him on the year. On second down, Griffin. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Ross. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. Now the Bengals on third down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 17. Out of the gun, Griffin. He's going to let this thing go deep for LaFell. He rifles one that's intercepted. Sean Davis with a pick. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And on the return, here comes Adam Jones. And he gets it to the 30-yard line, but the football's not going to stay there. There's a penalty marker down. So that will push him back.
And now we know why I had a little extra space to run, don't we? An illegal block in the back, that penalty will move them back.
Now they run with Mixon. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So that flag will cost them 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And this is incomplete. He was looking for John Ross that time. And it's 3rd and 4.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Griffin. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. It's a pickup of 21. And that'll be good enough for a Cincinnati first. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. To throw again is Griffin. And the grab by Croft. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. will stay on the ground. Mixon again. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
On 3rd and goal, here's Griffin. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Brandon LaFell, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead.
This is similar to baseball where you walk the leadoff hitter and you don't expect him to come around and score. Almost impossible. Anytime a defense has to defend a short field, you usually end up seeing the result we saw, giving up points.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. And they will line up now for the 2-point try. They're going to try and run. And he's going to get into the end zone for 2. And they're back within 2 scores. Down 15 now. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he nearly broke that for more. But as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The drive will start with Connor. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football. But they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Adam Jones. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Geno Atkins in there to get him, and that's sack number 18 for him on the year. on second down. Roethlisberger. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Geno Atkins in there for the sack, and he's closing in on that all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. Now it's Roethlisberger. And he's going to go down again. Ryan Glasgow in there to drop him yet again, and he must be shell-shocked back there. That's now back-to-back-to-back sacks, and it's 4th down. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Ross on the return. A little juke. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return, and the Bengals take possession. And out now, here come the Bengals. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
On second down, here's Griffin. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. T.J. Watt in there for the sack, and he's closing in on that all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 3rd and long. It's Griffin. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And that's caught inside the 35. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. He's back to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off. It's the Pro Bowl corner, Joe Hayden, with it. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3/4. Green's open, and he's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A.J. Green with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Bengals are a 2-point conversion away from tying this football game. So a big play coming up for the Bengals as they'll indeed go for 2. They're going to try and run for it. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. And a failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
This will be taken about the 12. And they'll have good field position here as he's out of bounds up at about the 34-yard line. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. They have the football, they're looking good, but the lead is just 2, so any mistake in a field goal can beat you. They got to be careful.
And that's where it gets difficult because you don't want that to leak into your thinking. You want to play like, hey, we've got the advantage. We can close this out. Don't play from fear, and they can win this game.
See if they can play fear-free and hang on. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. Again, it's Connor. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And now the Bengals are going to call another timeout. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. Now it's Connor. And an alley to run. Past the 20. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like...
And now it's blocked. It's picked up a live ball here, remember. But he doesn't get far. They're able to stop him. And after all that, the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
I remember when they changed the rule, and there's a lot of consternation, especially coming from the kickers. Okay, how's this going to affect things, having to kick a longer one now, much more of a field goal attempt, and the defensive guys saw it as an opportunity to get more blocks.
That's exactly right. There's more effort now. Before, when it was snapped down near the goal line, you would basically see guys just stand there.
Yeah, not anymore. Now, those guys are going after it because not only can they knock it away and change a little bit of momentum,
and get 2 points.
They can pick it up and take it back for 2 points.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
Back to throw. He finds an opening past the 40. Over the middle, that's caught by Ross. And he's able to get this one up to the 45-yard line. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. They'll run it now out of the gun. Room to run inside the 40. That one good for 33 and a first. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
So it'll be first down here after the run. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
So a first down and 5 for the offense. They'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. Complete to the right side. It's Eifert. 1 yard is the gain there. It'll bring up second down.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
Back to throw. His throw incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Throwing now is Griffin. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. The decision to go for it pays off, and now they're set up 1st and goal. Maybe a free play here for Griffin. And this is caught for a touchdown. We'll check the flag, but it looked like a clear offsides, and it should stand. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty would do for them?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Now RG3. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So now with little time remaining, they'll have this and maybe one more play. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Roethlisberger going to throw it. And some space here. Got some real estate inside the 30. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Steelers, they continue to keep pace for that first-round bye as they move to 11-1. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, it'll be loss number 6 on the season for them. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against the Chicago Bears. So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. From Cincinnati, good night, everybody.